It's Sunday afternoon. The weekend should be winding down. You're starting to think about this next week, getting your students, your children's book bags put together, lunches made, and all of that. I hope you had a great weekend. Last week was a huge success for us. It was one of the smoother starts of the year that we've had here. There are a couple of things that I wanted to touch on just before we start school tomorrow that I think will make our school experience even more enjoyable and even more smooth. A couple of things as it pertains to Carline. In the afternoons, if you would take the pants hanger, the clothes hanger that has little clippies at the bottom, and put that on your car tag, the green, the yellow, and the pink car tag, and hang that from your rear view mirror. As Miss McNeil and I are calling students' names out to come to the car, it's a lot easier for us to see it. We don't have to walk up to the car and ask you to pull it off the dashboard, because I cannot see it when it's sitting like this. I can only see it when it's like this. So if you would do that for us, that would make things go so much smoother. Let's talk about when you're dropping your kids off in the morning and you want to bring them up to the school and you want to park. We do not allow anyone to walk across the parking lots during the morning car line unless you cross at the crosswalk. We have a crosswalk that extends all the way to the green island in the middle of the parking lot and goes all the way to the breezeway. Even if your student is down in building D in the 4th and 5th grade area, they need to come up the crosswalk and then walk around. That is a lot more safe, and it helps keep traffic moving. If we had all the parents just walking across there, it would be very disturbing and dangerous. So let's not do that. On another note, to kind of coincide with that, many of your first through or K3, K4, K5, and first grade parents probably got a notification from your teacher that starting tomorrow on Monday, you will not be allowed to walk your student all the way to the classroom door like you had the first 3 days. I get sometimes parents don't understand what we're trying to accomplish here. It really isn't us trying to separate you from your children and be mean or ugly. It has everything to do with helping your students that are struggling with separation anxiety. This helps them. I know it doesn't feel like it does, but it does. It does help them. And we want them to be independent learners, and we want them to become more and more independent as they're with us at school. And allowing them to walk down the hallway to their classroom and go to their early room area, if it's still early enough, is hugely beneficial to them. And so what we allow is for students and their parents to park if this is what you should choose, and walk them up, and you could say goodbye in the breezeway, but there's no more walking down the hallway. Any children that are having a very difficult time, a lot of tears, maybe a fit or two, we do have some staff available in the breezeway that's going to assist you in making that separation go a little bit smoother, and they will help that student in transition to getting down to their classroom. Also, any other grades, we do not allow parents to walk students to those classrooms either. Some of you may have been doing that for years. We had a policy against it, and it does a couple of things. Those moments for our teachers are really precious, and so even when they're cordial to you and you're cordial to them, and you just want to say hey and thinking about you kind of thing, we understand that. We're not trying to be mean, but those moments are really, really important for them to get ready. And even though they'll be nice and they're never going to say, hey, you can't talk to me right now, it's just been a policy of ours that students are not accompanied to their classrooms during the morning with their parents or siblings, including siblings on that too. Let's see. When you're getting out of the car, especially with our little ones that are still in car seats, we do not allow parents to get out of the car and then go around and unbuckle their students or even buckle them in the afternoon. If you need to do that, there's a place as you're coming in the morning, there's a place off to the side that you can pull off to, and that's way out of the way of any traffic. And you can unbuckle your student and then drive around to the designated drop-off zone. And then in the afternoon, when you get them and we put them in the seat, you can then proceed to go and park at a parking space that's convenient for you. Buckle your student up before you before you get on hit road. You can imagine if everybody did that, it would just make morning Carline and afternoon Carline chaotic and really slow. So parents, do not get out of your car. That's why we have students there to open the car door in the morning, and teachers to put them in the car in the afternoon. So do not get out of the car, and plus it's a lot safer when you don't get out of the car. Let's see. Oh, cafe is now open for orders. I think it's going to close here it's 4:11 right now in the afternoon. I think it's going to close here in another hour or so. It's great. The new ordering system, I think you should utilize it. It's going to be great, and it is great. And the food's wonderful as well. And so there are moments in my wife and I's week when making lunch at night is just not possible, or we're having to stay up and doing it. And so this is a big service. We try to make it super affordable, $6 a meal. That comes with all the sides and the main course and something to drink. And we really try to make sure that the students have enough food, and those aren't just cheap little meals with little food. We try to feed them as much as they need. Let's talk about uniforms really quick. There's a couple uniform things that I think you need to be aware of. For our first grade through fifth grade girls, we saw this a couple times last week. When you're wearing the skirt, you have to wear the polo, even if it is chapel day. You have to wear the polo, just the two little buttons in the collar polo, the cotton polo, or the performance polo. They have to wear that. They cannot wear the button-up Peter Pan shirt. The reason why is the button-up Peter Pan shirt is super thin, and it can expose undergarments of some of our older elementary school students, and we want to avoid that. And so the Peter Pan button-up shirt from the bottom to top for the young ladies is only to be worn with the jumper for first through fifth grade. So please keep that in mind. If you don't have a polo yet, you need to run over to Zogby's and get it. But from here on out, we will be making some phone calls if we see it happening and some more. We want all the girls to be in compliance there. Boys, here's the rule of thumb for our boys, K3 through fifth grade. If we can see your legs, in other words, if you're wearing shorts, you wear white socks. That's just the uniform guideline that we have. If you're wearing pants, i.e. In the wintertime or on chapel day, all the boys are required to wear pants, you wear black socks. So if we can see your legs, white socks. If we can't see your legs, black socks. That's the rule of thumb there. That's all I have right now. I hope that's super helpful for you guys. Hope Carline goes better. I hope uniforms make a little bit more sense. And again, if you ever have a question, send us an email, call us. If it's after hours, leave us a voicemail. We'll respond as first thing as soon as we can the next morning. And we hope you had a great week. We hope this week is just as great. We're praying for you guys. It's going to be wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.